Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again, and I'm here because there's a dream that I have that I'm doing everything I possibly can, playing my role in my dream. My role in my dream is to take what I have been given and share it with those who can benefit from it if they would, and inform them of this possibility and what role is required of them in causing this possibility to happen. As spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, that kind of gives you some idea from where I'm coming from to where I'm going. What we as people must understand is that the nations of the world are going to have to be fair. The nations of the world are going to have to be fair. And all the nations of the world are unfair. Every last one of them exists out of being unfair. You see, the natural order for humanity brings about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and dreams lived as opposed to dreamed. And that's not happening. And it is something that happens for all that is there, not just for some. And so the reality is that each of the nations of the world exist as a fruition, stepping away from the natural order of things. And what is the reason? That there are those who want to receive and enjoy more than others and call themselves more powerful than others. And they are willing to exploit. They're willing to lie, to cheat. They're willing to steal. They're willing to create hatred and racism and all of this to divide. Terrorism, bombings, and killing. All of that to prove or to steal and take power. And see, the power comes from you, the people. People who submit, people who don't know the truth, who don't know anything beyond the living that they're doing daily and what they want and what they don't have and what they are willing to do to get what they want and what they are willing to do to stay alive. And they seem to all bend. In fact, most of all people in America and all people on earth today still exist because they're bending to the rules that have been put and imposed upon them. They are not following the rules of life. This is why I'm constantly coming to you. But you know, in America, if you are not white, you can bet your last money that any and everything that can be judged against you is being done. Now, that doesn't mean that every act that takes place, because there are people that are white who are kind and want from others the same way they treat others, and they want to treat others good because they want to be treated back good. But for the most part, systemically, I'm talking about the system itself, is in housing, in jobs and careers, in education, in healthcare, in every order of life that exists in America. If you are not white, you're a second-class citizen. And that means that you are beneath somebody else. And it is beyond me that at this late date, that people of color will accept this. They will accept the fact that they, even in the Constitution, even though it says it frees them, they still have to do certain things to maintain that code of conduct when others don't. It doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. It makes sense because this is the reality of being lost. This is the reality of living in the wilderness, not knowing the truth. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, when I come to you and I talk to you about the things that I talk to you about, it is because it is on the path of truth. It is life. And it requires something of you. Let me tell you, politicians don't know what they're doing. Some of them don't. Some of them do. They're actually facilitating the system of oppression over you and the people. And they are just being brought forth to indicate where the people, where your mind is at. Right now, you got the mind of the people of America is over there in the camp with Donald Trump. You got them over there ready to start war with one another. You got them over there and oh man, all kinds of things going on. But I guarantee nobody's out, not that many people, or if so, the message isn't being flown out about how you can live, how we can come together, how we can end that divide where we can understand the truth, while we know that each of us want the same things of life. And when we say that there's one way to get it and another way, and neither one of those ways work for all of us, then it seems that we could come together not only just to compromise and say, well, it'll work for some this time and others next time. No, we got to stay on it until we realize how it got to work for everybody every time. All this other junk. Listen, and I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, the media is not saying this to the people. They're not getting people excited about this, and neither are you. I've been asking you to go and talk to people, talk to your associates, talk to people you know, if you can embrace this. And the fact that you're not doing it indicates that you can't embrace this. And I understand if you can't embrace this, it's been a rough life. All of us have been stuck in this mud of hell, and it's hard to dig our way out. I know, ladies and gentlemen, it took a miracle to get me out, and it will probably take a miracle to get you out. But my job is to tell you that there is a way out, and you can choose it or not. I tell you one thing, no one is going to come and crack the door. I promise you this. In this hell that we're in, no one is going to come and crack the door and say, come on out of here, come on. It ain't going to happen. If we get out of hell, the door is there. I'm telling you, the door is there. But if we get out of hell, it's going to be because we open that door. That means we're going to want to get out of hell. And we're going to say it doesn't matter what you do to us. We're not staying in this here. What does that mean? That means you're going to change your ways. You're going to start doing that which makes you feel wonderful again. You're going to start doing that makes you feel that no one can look down at you and hate you. Why? Because the thing that you are about is the benefit of everybody. And when you got the love in your heart for everybody, and that means what you speak and what you try to do would benefit in a positive manner for everybody, who are you worried about? Who are you worried about? That's what I'm talking about. Well, let's see. I want to say that our aim in this fairness game is to assure that those things of life that are essential for survival and just for living, that all human beings aspire, which resources have been made available to satisfy those desires, and the ability to cause the manifestation thereof, and the requirement and necessity to be fair in its distribution or in its beneficial path. That is automatic in life. So all of the systems of government, communism, socialism, dictatorships, capitalism, who we got here? Democracies. All of them might have good names, and each of them hold themselves up as being the most fantastic. And they really want to back it up with who got the biggest gun. But anyway, they all something that's designed to keep you from God, to keep you from the truth, to keep you from life. And you see, it takes all of you human beings in every nation, or you can start in one, but it must spread across. It takes all of you to come together and agree that you must work together to maintain, to create and maintain for one another the desires of each other's heart. You got to do that. Politicians, they represent a group of people who say, hell no, they want it, and they're going to use you to get it and maintain it. That's why we're suffering. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so very much for giving me this your time. But if you don't go and tell somebody about it, when you listen to this and you go and say, that joker's crazy. Yes, you think if you say this to somebody else, they're going to think you're crazy too. And if you don't understand this, you are crazy. Nah. You just been misled, and in time we will all come around. Dr. King says that in time we will all get there. Now I don't know who he was listening to, but he said in time we'll all get there. All I know is this, ladies and gentlemen, that we can have it right now, and it is I mean, it is an emergency. You see, I thought I was going to see it, but I know now I only got a little bit of time around here. I only got a little bit of time. I don't have time to wait. I want to see it. I want to see it spreading. I want to see it spreading like wildfire. I want to see it spreading like flowers. I want to see it spread, and I want to see you smiling. I want to see you so excited. Come on, before I go, let's do that, okay? Talk to you later.